This is an amazing time to be alive. There's an ongoing spiritual revolution, or shall I say revelation, going on, where mystics and scientists are tending to agree on the same things. They realize they've been looking at the same issues from different perspectives. And I believe that that's where truth lies, where you have two different perspectives, two different groups agreeing on the same thing. I know it may not seem like we're in the midst of a spiritual revolution because it's not reported on the news. Instead, they focus on pushing fear disproportionately into our faces. We don't need to rely on esoteric text or ancient manuscripts that were written 2,000 years ago for largely illiterate people in a foreign language for insights. There is more quality and quantity of information available today than at any other time in human history. And it's easy to understand in our modern language. One of the proponents of this movement has been Abraham-Hicks. It started with their book, Ask and It Is Given. But you don't need to take their word for anything that they say, because you can prove it to yourself. Because in the back of this book, there's 22 exercises for you to prove to yourself in your own experience that the law of attraction works and works for you. Everyone has heard the saying, don't judge a book by its cover. And in this case, I ask you to not judge a book by its source, which is channeled from a group of non-physical beings which call themselves Abraham through Esther Hicks. Rather, judge the book upon the quality of information that's provided and see if it resonates with you. Some of their basic teachings are like attracts like, and nothing is more important than you feel good emotionally. They explain the process of manifestation in 3 basic steps. 1, you create desire. This happens just through living our ordinary lives. We come across situations where we prefer one thing over another. Step 2, the universe, the law of attraction, instantly creates the vibrational equivalent of our desire, and it is kept in a vibrational space known as the vortex or vibrational escrow. Step 3, the universe looks for the crack of least resistance in order to bring that already created energy into our slow energy world. This is where our mental work is needed. We need to let go of any energy blockages, old beliefs, habits, anything that will prevent our desires from manifesting into our experiences. But we must provide the pathway for this manifestation with our emotions. And this is a one-way street. We have to raise our vibrations up to match the fast energy of the universe. The universe will never slow its energy down and force something onto us. It may take some time for our desires to reach us. I mean, things don't instantly manifest just because we think about it. There needs to be a clear pathway for the energy to flow, and then there's the buffer of time it has to get through. But building momentum and remaining consistent is the key to this manifestation. When I first read Ask and It Is Given, I was overwhelmed with the feeling of I finally found something that'll help me in my life to feel joy. And so I devoured everything that I could about Abraham-Hicks, and I learned an awful lot. I was even lucky enough to attend one of their seminars and speak to them in person back in 2005. But even having experienced this directly in my life, I found there was something inside me that seemed to not want to let me be happy. Well, I figured out what that was and how to deal with it, and we're going to discuss that next. I invite all positive comments and questions, suggestions down below. A thumbs up and subscribe are always welcome. Please keep watching. We have a lot more to discuss.